Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the North Shore 9 post-game show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we got, of course, Cody Coleman. What's up, Cody?
It's the All-Star edition, baby. Let's go.
It is the All-Star edition. So we're going to keep this kind of light, kind of fun, probably kind of short. There's only two players that, participated. One threw one inning, 4 batters. The other one had 2 at-bats. Though he did get a hit. But yeah, we decided let's do this. Let's talk about the performance, especially because Paul Skenes starting, big monumental moment, right? The first time a rookie starting since 1995. I mean, it's Paul Skenes mania. Let's talk about this a little bit. So I guess let's start there, right? I mean, Paul Skenes makes his start, and 4 batters, 3 outs, no hits.
Yeah, we got a little read we got to do before we get into it.
All right, well, let's do that. So, BetOnline is your number one source for all your sports betting needs this season, from baseball, golf, soccer, right to all the top fights in UFC, MMA, and boxing. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% free bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Now.
Is that good, Cody?
We got to make our money. It's very little money, but it's money nonetheless. But yeah, Paul Skenes was great. I think he got robbed, but he was great.
Yeah, that was a strike. That was a strike to Soto. And I love Juan Soto. We all know that's my boy. But that was a strike.
That was paint. Talk about paint in the corner. What a pitch. He knew it. He knew the moment, as he always does. When he comes out of his starts, he usually tries to get a strikeout.
As he always does. All 11 of his starts. As he always does.
Right. But he always likes to play for the moment. And even the announce team was like, is he going to throw 100 here? Is he going to throw the fastball? And he does, because he knows, all eyes are on me. I gotta make something of it. And he went after Soto. I think it was 2 or 3 straight fastballs. He fouled one off. One was a ball, and that last one was also a ball. So
ball.
Right.
But no, hey, he looked good though. This wasn't, unfortunately, I'll put it this way, it wasn't the entertainment value that you're probably looking for with him starting and facing the top of the lineup. You maybe wanted to see a strikeout, like a bigger moment, but again, he faced 4 guys. Juan Soto did walk. That's what Juan Soto does. He's one of the best hitters in baseball. Not as good as Bryan Reynolds or Rowdy Tellez, of course, but one of the better hitters in baseball. He knows how to draw a walk. He's got such a great eye. He draws it, but I mean, nothing but soft contact. He had 10 swing and misses. I'm sorry, 10 swings, 4 swing and misses, so 40% whiff rate. He showed why he belonged there. He did the one thing that many other NL pitchers couldn't do, and that's preventing them from scoring and also preventing them from getting a hit and such. So, he limited damage for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the one weird thing was that Stephen Kwan let off the game. I mean, I know we all knew it was going to happen, but the fact that he was there and everybody was expecting it to be, it was supposed to be Soto, Henderson, Judge, and then Kwan gets thrown in the mix. So then that's the only dramatic part about this is Paul Skenes going to face Aaron Judge? And he does. And as we say, or we have been saying, very anticlimactic.
Yes, it was. Juan Soto apparently made an effort to say that he was going to ensure that that Aaron Judge was going to get an at bat there, and he succeeded. And he made sure to tell Aaron Judge. I guess it was a big thing. Like of course, that's kind of cool and funny. It did happen, and yeah, we got it. We got to see it. Paul Skenes versus Aaron Judge, and bloop, there's an out.
One ball, ground ball to third, and it's over. But I mean,
as a Pirate fan, if this is a Pirate game, we're excited. We're happy. Let's
awesome.
move on. As an all-star game, the entire nation's on Paul Skenes, and all this was hyped up to be. It was kind of like, okay,
all right.
That's baseball.
Yeah, I mean, it is baseball, and I mean, it sucks we didn't get like a big inning out of it or anything. But at the end of the day, I believe Paul got out of there with under 30 pitches, and that's a win in my book.
There you go.
Here we go.
There you go.
Don't need him throwing too much,
but he had a no-hitter going again.
Stole it from the people. They stole magic from the people.
Yeah. So again, I guess Paul Skenes makes his start. The entire world gets to see Paul Skenes on the big stage. Now let's put it this way. I mean, if that was anticlimactic, he brought out the fireworks on the red carpet. He was looking good on the red carpet. He had his girl with him. They were getting interviewed. I mean, seemed like the talk of everything, asking her about, she was showing fastball grips. She was talking baseball. I mean,
she knows
this is the power couple.
Livy knows ball, man.
She does. She should be on the podcast, probably replacing one of us.
Probably me.
For probably multiple reasons.
But no, I was talking to some guys in my fantasy baseball group chat, and none of which are Pirates fans. So they all had to be like, "Oh, Paul Skenes has no drip." I said, "Buddy, he's got Livy Dunn on his hip. That's all the drip he needs."
He doesn't have drip, but I'll say he has style for what he is. Like that wasn't bad, and I'm sure Livy had a lot to do with that. He's got his style, and his style works for him.
But they did. I remember somebody asked him about what he was going to wear on the carpet beforehand, and he was pretty excited about it. I think it might have been on Dan Patrick, and he seemed like he was excited about his fit. So good for you, Paul Skenes. It was a great fit.
Yeah, he said he had like 4 suits or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
Right. But at any rate, it's just, again, as we said on Starbucks, right? And the TikTok's out there now tonight, just like, this is the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is what we have to deal with. We have to deal with the red carpet. We have to deal with all the national news and media wanting to talk to Pittsburgh Pirate players and their girls. I mean, it's madness here. We're basically the Los Angeles Dodgers now.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, what? We beat them this year, so that's just how that works.
But yeah, so that was the pregame festivities and such, and the game started, and that's what happened. And I guess we can talk about Bryan Reynolds. So Bryan Reynolds does enter the game. 1 pitch and a hit, as Kutch apparently said. I can't really see Kutch's tweets. Maybe you can enlighten us what Kutch said.
He said something along the lines of, "Oh, Bryan got a hit. What else is new?" He was just like, "Of course he did," because that's all the guy does is hit. If the month starts with the letter J, he's going to be hitting.
Yep. He comes up, gets a hit. Ellie De La Cruz is on first. He advances Ellie. 2 guys. Of course, inning ends, though. They don't get to capitalize on this. I mean, and I guess also to continue, he did have a second at bat. He does strike out. Now, he's so good. He's so good. But yeah, strike 3, end the game. But I mean, all in all, the Pirates showed up. They did what they needed to do. Bryan Reynolds batted .500. Paul Skenes threw a no-hitter. I mean, what are you doing, Reds and Hunter Green? We're out there helping the National League. What are you doing, Chicago Cubs and Contreras.
Not
Bad framing, striking out. I mean, come on. Pirates showed up today. They try to win. This is why they're going to go and be a playoff team. These guys know how to win. They perform how to, the rest of the NL Central just didn't show up today.
And they talked about it on the broadcast. Like, imagine this Pirates team in the playoffs. Everybody in baseball knows that they're built for it, at least pitching wise. Now they just got to get there, right? And that's what we're going to see for the rest of this month is how do they add to this team? Who do they subtract with a trade? Like, how does this team shape up to get to the playoffs like everybody in baseball media wants them to, because they know how exciting it's going to be.
Right. I know. It just kind of stinks, and it adds some perspective, like when the national media keeps recognizing this and keep talking about it. Like, it would be one thing if, Pirates fans are all like, we should be in the playoffs. We'd be really, really good. And everyone's also like, will you shut up? Like, do you understand who you are? Like, pipe down, right? But it's the opposite. It's like national media is like, man, these Pirates are scary. And Pirates fans are all like, man, we suck.
Shut up, dude.
we're
you think
terrible.
We're good?
Right. What are you talking about? It's the Pirates. Come on. But honestly, yeah, like a lot of people are talking about it, and it is true. Like, this team is kind of built for the playoffs, but they have some bats there, and Paul Skenes is a huge part of that, as he showed today, because even though it wasn't flashy, this is the best of the best. This is the best 1 through 4 of the AL, and he shut them down.
It's pretty interesting. O'Neal Cruz taking in some men's softball league action tonight.
Wait.
Watching Cliffy's team?
What?
You didn't see that comment I just put on the screen?
Is he for real?
I hope so. And if he's not, I'm running with it anyway. That's awesome.
That's effing awesome.
Yeah.
Oh no, Cruz is the man of the people. He just showed up like a men's softball league, like the night of the All-Star game.
Cliffy, we need
picture didn't happen. That's all I know.
But that's cool. I couldn't go by that without recognizing it. That was pretty cool.
I'm glad you did. Could you imagine if he entered the game and played?
Imagine.
Man, so pissed.
Oh my god.
What are you doing, O'Neal?
100%. Check Twitter. Check his Twitter.
That is awesome.
I swear.
Send a link right here so we all can see it.
If it's that picture of that dude at the at the Pittsburgh airport.
The airport. it's cropped. It's Photoshopped. It's cropped out. It's that guy at a softball game. I'm about to get on that real quick. That's cool because O'Neal Cruz is actually at my softball game tonight too.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Right.
Must have been doing the circuit.
I'm assuming though this is actually super true and legit, and
breaking news. We're breaking news.
That's awesome. I'm gonna try to get this on right now.
Oh my god, it's real.
Cliffy. I'm sharing this.
He's there with his family and stuff. That's so cool. His daughter's there. That is his daughter, right?
Maybe. All I do know is that's legit O'Neal Cruz, and that looks very much like a men's softball league field.
Yeah.
So that's, man.
You know what? Cliffy gets awesome. A follow.
And on top of this too, I mean, with the All-Star break, this is the prime time for a lot of players and people in baseball that take their vacations and go somewhere. O'Neal Cruz is I'm hanging out at men's softball league games.
Wow.
Yeah, he says, his cousin was playing. Hold up. How did you?
Whoa, his cousin plays for you?
Cruz's cousin on your men's softball league? How do you pull that off? Wait, this show's going off the rails. This is no longer a post-game show.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Cliffy, what? All right. My love for O'Neal Cruz just went up.
Cruz Yinzer for sure.
But again, like this is when a lot of guys take their vacations and get away, and he's out here hanging out at men's softball games.
Like usually you're like, this is family time. This is, we're going to go somewhere nice, make up for me being away so often.
Yeah.
O'Neal Cruz, a man of the people. All the bad things I've said about O'Neal Cruz, out the window. Dude's a Yinzer. I love him.
So, like on top of this too, right? We weren't sure if we were going to do this. We announced that we were going to do it, and we're like, there's really not much that's going on. Like, do we have a post-game show? I'm so happy we did this just for this alone.
Yeah, this was worth it. Thank you, Cliffy.
Part of me goes, love opening the stream, and it's just about Cruz at a softball game.
Yeah,
right.
It's awesome.
Honestly, that's the most entertaining part of the night so far.
For real. Well, anyway.
Yeah, that deserves the retweet. Cliffy just got a follow.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So I don't know where to take this now. I want to get back to the game, but there's not much to really talk about with the game.
Right. The game kind of sucked, but hey, Pirates did well in it. Reynolds got some recognition. That was good to see because Reynolds, he's that dude. They talked about it a little bit. Like he's the guy who's, I think it was in the pregame on MLB Network. They talked about this. They asked him like, "What's it like to always see yourself in trade rumors, and then finally you sign this deal, and now you're here." And he, little big news here. Reynolds is like, I open Twitter and see it all the time. Bryan Reynolds is actively on Twitter. He has a burner, and he's part of Pittsburgh Pirates Twitter. I'm calling. And there's also speculation that he's Bucko Mike.
I saw that tweet. Why, Gavs? I missed all that. Apparently, I caught it by the tweet itself. So, he's admitted, he has a burner account. Did he go on about that?
He didn't admit that he had a burner account. He just open was just like, yeah, I always scroll Twitter, and then I would always see that. So he is actively on Twitter.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of athletes, they don't have social media or shut it down for the season. No, Bryan Reynolds is you know what? I'm done with Instagram. Let's go to Twitter. I'm done with Twitter. Let's go to TikTok. He's one of those type of guys. He's one of the people too.
That's so Bryan Reynolds too, because Bryan Reynolds doesn't talk. He's on Twitter to not partake, just consume.
Right. That makes sense. The other thing, it's for what Twitter is, you would expect him to be a little more involved, but no, he just sits back and watches everything happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many things he's caught.
Right. How many? Does he know who we are? And if so, does he hate us?
Right. I feel like I've said nothing but good things to Bryan Reynolds, but that was the same thing with Kutch, except the one time, and then he blocked me. So who knows? But anyways, no, that was kind of funny seeing that. All right. Well, yeah, this was fun. It was entertainment. It didn't really go off exactly, I think, how many of us wanted to. I mean, also he did hit 100, but it wasn't like he hit the 101 or 102 to really make Mason Miller hit 103.6 tonight. And that was one of those moments the world gets to see him because as an Oakland A, not too many people know who he is. The world got to see tonight who he is, and he showed out.
The last Oakland A to be in an All-Star game, by the way.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll
allegedly. We don't know what the hell's happening
on that one. They might have to stay another year.
Right. But yeah, so that was cool.
And him being a local guy too, a Western PA guy is really cool. It's always a fun joke to be like, oh yeah, he's from Western PA. You kind of take, I wouldn't say ownership of the guy, but you have a relationship because you're from Western PA. But it's still cool to see a guy from the area make it there. Bethel Park kid. We're from Bethel Park kids. I don't know. I didn't think you'd want to put that on the screen, but all right.
Well, the dude got drafted also like
Oh,
no.
I guess my mind is in the gutter here.
Go in the correct direction, yes. But yeah, you could go
Sorry.
all kinds of directions, really, I guess. Yeah.
Sorry about that. But
But
yeah, no.
anyways,
Seeing
this show's been awful.
it
Let's go
has
back to
been.
talking about Oh No Cruz. We need to get this back up.
Yeah.
So Oh No Cruz at a men's softball league tonight.
Oh man. Whew.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, we were gonna keep this kind of short just to kind of talk about it. Did you have any thoughts on the home run derby last night as well?
When I heard they changed the rules again, I didn't watch. It was
Oh,
what,
she didn't
like
even watch it at all.
no, it was like 40 pitches. That's all you got. Like I think my opinion, I know I didn't watch, but I think that the time limit is the best way to go. I used to like back in the day the 10 outs. I thought that was great. And then they moved to the time limit. I was like, why are we doing this? I understand why they do it because time constraints and like you don't want a 5-hour TV program. That's all it is. It's for TV. It's entertainment. So I thought the time limit was a great thing. I used to watch when it was the time limit. This year, 40 pitches. I was like, I mean, what if you just don't get a good pitch? Like what happens if, some guy, like who was it? Somebody had their dad pitch to them one year. And it's like, what if your dad, like he's 60, 70 years old and just can't do it? I think it was Harper that had his dad pitch to him or something like that.
Yeah, I forget.
Harper's dad's in shape, but like, what if, you're trying to have a moment with your dad and you're like, in the middle of it, you freak out. You're like, Dad, you got to lock in and give me some pitches to hit out of the park. Right. So like doing it this way, I think it just takes a little bit out of it. I like to see home runs be hit. I don't want it to be limited.
I'm usually one for innovation, something new, change. I'm typically not the guy like, well, back in my day and I wanted to stay this way and, pounding the table on things. Like I like change and new. I don't hate the format at all by no means, but I do just really appreciate the old way of just the outs and no time at all. And the reason I say that also is, I mean, there's a strategy. It was basically you swing, the next pitch goes by and you probably don't. And I just feel like that eliminates the bad pitches like you're talking about. When it's time, you're hacking. And if you have a pitcher who isn't that great, because some are awesome, you have one that's not that great, you're swinging at bad pitches and, you're rolling some over, you're hitting some, grounders or whatnot. The outs just give you the ability to hit the pitch that you want, more or less. I thought it was more fun. This also feels rushed. I really enjoy you swing, everyone watches the ball. It's over. Yeah. Now you get to go again because it's slowed down. It's not time. Where this one just feels rushed. But yeah, I felt like it was a little lengthy.
Yeah,
and it didn't. Again, you don't appreciate the moments as much. You see one just get tanked. Everyone got to appreciate it and admire it, including the hitter, which just made it its thing. And you kind of lose that luster, I feel like. But it was cool. I'll say this, Alec Boehm, like I also shitted on you and said, why are you in the home run derby, Mr. Doubles Man? We talked about the Stratomatic League a lot on this show and such, and he's on my team, so I know firsthand what he is. And he put on a show, so kudos to him. But so All-Star Weekend, she's like the NBA All-Star Week, All-Star festivities. Pretty good. It was all entertaining. Pirates got their money's worth, I guess, out of it. And at this point in time, it's now over. The draft concluded today as well. Pirates loaded up. I felt like had a pretty good draft also. So good things, good week so far for the Pirates, the 500 Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like 500 for a team like this is a great place to be going into the second half. It's a clean slate. Might be able to add some guys. I think, we got a lot to look forward after this All-Star weekend. And it was a good one for the Pirates. So come out of it with some nice momentum, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agree. I won't say it's a great place, but like you said, it's a fresh start. They're basically at 500 right now. At least they're at 500. I don't think many of us expect them to be at 500 at this point in time. So the fact that they are there, we can live to see another day. Let's start stacking some more wins, add some people, and who knows? Maybe O'Neal Cruz got some pointers from that softball game, and he's going to start hitting some bombs also.
My boy
Did Cliffy hit any home runs? Did Cliffy did he teach O'Neal Cruz his ways?
I have a feeling Cliffy's a power hitter.
Has to be. You don't just come into the chat like that as a weak singles guy.
Right.
You came in here strong.
Came in here confident.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's not much more else to say other than going to ramble. So anything else you want to add on to here? Or are we out?
No, just ready for the second half to get started and see what these Buccos can do, man. We had a good All-Star week, whatever. So let's just get it going.
Same. You know what I noticed? Cliffy hasn't messaged since 11:09, which was 7 minutes ago. We've been talking about him now too, and he still hasn't messaged. He clearly came in here just to flex.
Just to flex.
Just to flex. You know what? I might take that follow away now, Cliffy. He came in here Cliffy. Just to flex.
Thought you were one of the boys, Cliffy. That's not
right. Cool. Right. No, that's awesome though still. But all right, let's get out of here. We'll be back for a NS9 live on Thursday. And then of course the Pirates return on Friday, and we'll be back with this show. Actually looking to give away some Permane brothers potentially. There he is. Cliffy's back.
He's here.
He's here. Yeah. So appreciate everyone for watching as always. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
See you.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.